So yeah, we bought the 3D printers from AUT just down to Sitka in Newmarket, and yeah, it was a really good little experiment of how to bring a technology like this, I guess, into a retail space, and yeah, and see what the public's reaction to it is, and you know what it's and how they engage with technology. So yeah, we've just been printing out these little plastic wax combs, and then the idea is that they bring their old ones down and swap them out for these bioplastic wax combs, which are made from PLA, which is a cornstarch plastic, and is renewable and it's biodegradable and obviously much better.
And it's like biodegradable.
Yeah, so it's it's a biopolymer. So it's all kind of like cornstarch, or yeah, like you know how they make plastic products with potato starch and things like that, and
plates.
So similar kind of idea.
So it'll start breaking down after a amount of time. What do you just?
I think they'll probably actually like it sort of has to be
stimulated.
Yeah, for it to really break down.
Okay.
So they'll last the distance, that's for sure. But and you'll get quite a one of those rolls will do, I don't know, probably at least 10 of those.
Okay.
Or yeah, probably more. It's cool to see people's reaction, and especially when I guess technology like this is in the media quite a lot, but people don't really get to see it and engage with it.
What did you make your boat out of, Bruce? This is the machine you need, eh? To make a little model.
Did you see that guy who's printing a car at the moment? He's like down in Nelson, he's like got this massive car file that he's split into like little blocks, and he's printing out these little segments of it all together, and he's piecing it all back together to build this car. It's pretty interesting.
How neat.
I guess it's basically to encourage people to engage with technology, but also to make their own stuff, and to also think about how products are made and what they're made from, and where they're made as well. I think the cool thing about 3D printing is it makes that process really transparent, so people can see products being made like right in front of them. So it's not made in, I don't know, like a sweatshop, or you know, they see that whole process, and it's much more transparent.
No, I'm thinking of getting one of these.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Next year probably. But
Yeah.
What whose is this one?
So these are AUTs, yeah.
Yeah. No one imports them into New Zealand?
Not really. We got these. There's some guys that Inission basically have the license for Australasia, and then they so we got them through them, and they ship them over. But you can get, like, we get all our filament from Diamond Age. They're like, they sell it out west in Henderson, so he makes a bunch, and and they're super straightforward to use, eh? Like, so you can print ABS or nylon or other plastics too, and I guess just different properties for different products, you know. So PLA can be a bit brittle, but I mean for a wax comb or whatever, it's totally fine, and I guess it melts at a lower temp as well.
Ideally, I'd quite like one that prints aluminium and but
I think they're getting one at AUT, and I think they'll probably outsource some of that. People just can pay and print through it if they need to too. People are probably a bit intimidated by it. They think it's really complex and hard to get their heads around how it works, and maybe even modelling up their own products or finding files to print out. Like, it seems quite complicated, but realistically it's pretty simple. It's like pushing print on a printer at home, and you can produce a new part for your vacuum or whatever that breaks and replace it. And I think it's definitely something that will probably be in people's homes, in the future, and it's pretty exciting to see how it's developing. And
Mini.
Yeah, so
it's making a comb.
It's making a little thin wax comb. Yeah, actually that's probably a better example.
So it's layering and layering and layering.
Yeah, so you can see those little layers in the air, and then it's slowly building it up. And it makes it hollow, so you can see the honeycomb, and then it will come back and add like a capping layer to that.
Because that figure would be hollow inside, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So that's why it's not solid, but it's still fairly light. Yeah.
Oh.
If you want to produce parts or products quickly, then speed is an issue. But I think some people don't mind waiting for things sometimes, and I think for people to see that it takes a little while to produce something, it almost adds a bit of value to a product sometimes as well.
Is there anything you guys want printed? Doing requests.
Oh, can we come back after, They can't, just print something to yours. It needs, a template.
If you think of something, we can try find it. So how it works is, you can download files off the internet, which are, already printed or already made. So if you type in, that heart ring or something like that, we can get that printed.
A heart ring?
Yeah.
Quite a few yesterday, so even while we're still kind of getting things up and running in the morning, there are quite a few people checking it out and just really curious to see how the machines run and see something being printed.
Where basically you have a 2D design and you can just kind of pop it out in 3D and then work on the shape manually. And then chuck it into Makerbot and it'll print anything out. You just got to print in an STL file and then.
So are you able to use any other kind of software for this?
So you can, in terms of making the model, you can use anything really. You can use Google SketchUp or free stuff, or Rhino or SolidWorks or AutoCAD or anything that you can create a model in, and then if you just save it as an STL file, which is what these machines run off, and then you can open it straight into Makerware and print it out. A lot of them see it probably as a technology that's far more accessible than what they'd thought.
Just got one of these at school.
Oh, nice.
Out of
What
Henderson
school?
High School.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, in the technology block. I'm from the art department.
Oh, excellent.
And it's quite amazing to see it working, because I haven't been over to the technology department to see it working.
I guess it sounds overly complicated, but I think, a lot of them can't really believe that it's oh wow, you can actually print that out, and that, especially some of the bigger models that we'll leave to print overnight, and even the accuracy of the print, they're pretty fine and pretty detailed. There's kind of 3 different settings, so a high, medium, and low, and you can, and so this is so it just,
low grain type?
Yeah, so it's how many steps you get, and I think a high is 0.1 of a mil, so it's pretty fine, and then a low is 0.3, and then medium 0.2, so it just steps it up. But even on a low setting, it's pretty, it produces a pretty fine little product, and the only difference is the amount of lines really.
Right. What are these? Are these?
That's on just a medium setting, on the standard setting, and
That's really interesting, eh?
so we've made some surfboard fins, some wax combs, fin boxes which the fins lock into on your surfboard. What else? Some little lampshades, and then just kind of little plastic toys and bits and pieces. So.
Do they get more detailed than this, or?
You
can get. You can see all your layers.
Yeah. I think, there's another printer at work that's super expensive. It's a laser sinterer where it has a powder, and then it has a laser that kind of burns all each layer together, and then it screeds over another really thin layer of powder and does it that way. And that's got you can't even, there's no lines to it. It's just a perfect little model. Well, they really like the wax combs, and obviously because we kind of did it around surf-related products, because it's a little boutique surf shop. But people like the fact that we've done some lampshades and very different products, from homewares to even just people print jewellery and things with them and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, that's a little stretchy bracelet that it printed. So it kind of made it like a spring, how it's it's all the way together. And I guess Sitka really think about where their products are made and what their products are made out of, and they deal with issues of sustainability and all that. So it's cool to team up with a shop that I guess embrace some pretty innovative ideas and are cool to explore some different projects. So they seem like a pretty good fit. 3D printing is really important, in product design at AUT, basically because it allows students to really replicate small parts quickly, but also to understand how technology can help them produce, I guess, say their models just from a purely digital form to something physical that they can pick up and touch. So it speeds that process up, but it also gets them to use technology and to think about how technology can help produce products in a much, say, more sustainable, or just even using better manufacturing techniques and things like that are really important. So AUT let us bring the machines down and get them out of the uni for a weekend, which is pretty cool.